Beefing up your presentation on your Texas rigs and your jigs. Let's talk about that. You know, I'm fishing a soft plastic lure right now. That is a really neat bait to have in your arsenal. This is the V&M Baits J-Bug. Jacob Porosnik helped design this bait. Really cool plastic. It's got two twin tail style trailers on it, so one up front, one in the back. The middle body is kind of a mid-sized body. It's ribbed, and you could throw that on a Texas rig, you could throw that on a jig and really beef up your jig trailer. But it's it's not super compact, it's kind of bulky. It's not like a brush hog style bait where it's really thin in the middle. But you can still use like a worm hook in this bait. That's what I really like about it. I'm using a 5/0 worm hook in this bait right now. So really good bait to fish around docks and brush piles, anywhere you've got good cover, and then putting it on a jig and making that jig nice and juicy looking. So one of the first areas that I like to fish these is docks, any kind of like wooden posts and things like that. Creature baits are always really good. They represent bluegill, they can represent crawfish. This color that I'm fishing here is like a watermelon red, so that can really be, you know, bluegill representation. And right in front of me here I've got a wooden break wall. This is designed to break up waves, but there's posts along the wall, and there's also little cuts, little ditches along that wall for the water to drain through out from people's yards and stuff like that. And stuff gets washed down through those little drains, and fish will set up on these little posts just like they will on docks. So that's one area you can fish these. You could also fish them around rocky areas, like if you had some riprap, maybe a bridge, you can pitch the posts. Like anywhere there's standing cover, creature baits like this, bulky ones, are really good for catching those bigger fish. So another way you can fish this is on a jig. I love to fish finesse jigs, one of my favorite jigs overall to fish. And a lot of times when I'm fishing bigger lakes, deeper water, I fish a heavier finesse jig. This is a 1/2 ounce right here. So a normal trailer that I would put on here would go really fast to the bottom, but one of the ways you can make this fall even slower and still get that bulkier presentation, kind of in between a flipping jig and a true finesse jig, is to put that J-Bug on here. So really the three main areas I like to target there, you know, are those post areas, any kind of stick up brush type area that I can see sticking up out of the water. Maybe there's like a small Christmas tree brush pile, or maybe it's just like a lay down log in the water. And then actually docks. Like docks is probably my favorite place going late summer into fall to fish bait like that J-Bug, or just beefing up my jig trailer with that J-Bug and really pitching it up under there. It represents the bluegill that are going to be under there, the crawfish. The shad start coming in late fall, so during the transition period it's a really good time to throw a creature bait like that. If you struggle with excess missed hook sets and problems with knots and just not catching fish in general, subscribe here to the Mystery Tackle Box channel. And there's other videos here that you can click on that'll help advance your journey into fishing greatness.